Hello everyone, Paul from High Tech Legion. CES 2015, we're here at the Kingston booth. Well, actually their big gigantic suite, but I'm here with Lulu. Lulu's going to take us around, and also we're going to have a few different people showing us some nice, cool innovations that Kingston has to offer for 2015. We're going to first start off with Cameron. Cameron, why don't you come over here and tell us what this is all about?
Okay, so this year at CES, our big announcements for SSDs are PCI Express. So Kingston's entering the PCI Express SSD market this year for 2015. We'll be offering a half-height, half-length form factor PCI Express SSD, as well as an M.2 form factor. We've been shipping the M.2 form factor in serial ATA for about 6 months now, but now we're going to bring to market a PCI Express attached M.2. And M.2, if you're not familiar with it, is a new form factor that can be configured for either PCI Express or serial ATA. Also, we'll be adding the HyperX Savage SSD to our lineup. It'll actually be replacing our current HyperX 3K SSDs that we're shipping today. Savage will be offered in 120 gig on up to 960 gigabytes. So our current largest capacity is 480 gig. So the big thing with Savage is being able to get up to 1 terabyte.
Okay, and what type of controller is it?
So HyperX always uses the fastest NAND flash as well as controller. This is using the new Phison S10 controller.
Okay.
So very, very high performance. It's still a SATA 6 gigabit device, but IOPS are in the neighborhood of 90 to 100,000 read and write.
And read and writes on that?
Over 500 megabytes a second. I think it's 500 and 525.
Okay. All right.
And then also we swing over here. We're adding 1 terabyte to our business line of SSDs, which is our KC300 series. Today we're shipping 240 and 480 gig in the KC series, and in the middle of February we'll launch the 1 terabyte version of this drive, also using the Phison S10.
Okay.
So this drive is more targeted at business users for notebook and desktop upgrades. The KC series drives find their way into a lot of server applications for customers that want a high-end client-level drive for server applications.
Okay.
At CES, we always want to show off performance with SSDs, and this year we brought actually one of our customers' systems, our customer SciTech, who builds 4 and 8K video capture systems. And one of the things obviously that's critical to them is high performance that's sustained across their workload. So they are primarily in the sports broadcasting business.
All right.
And they're bringing in data, raw, uncompressed 4 and 8K video footage into this storage array. And for 8K, you need about 3,000 megabytes a second.
3,000 megabytes
sustained.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't have any. Can't have a situation where the performance is going to drop off on the SSDs even for a second, because it'll stop the application. So one of the advantages of this system is not only performance, but also durability. So prior to SSDs being available to SciTech, they were using disk drives, and they were using 32 disk drives to capture 4K video, and that was in a 42U rack filled with storage and servers. Now with SSDs, they can get the same or more performance in something that's the size of a 2U rack. And obviously with disk drives, you're susceptible to failures from shock and vibration, and a lot of times these systems are mounted in broadcast trucks, and they're driven all over the place. So the durability factor of SSD was big for SciTech. So also what SciTech does is within their video processing components in this server, they're able to capture video and then zoom way in with a lot of clarity on a particular event. And so for this particular footage that we're seeing here, this was a a Cowboys Giants game back in 2012, and there was a call that was actually overturned because of this video footage, which we'll see played here. So basically, the official called the play as a touchdown, but in replay, you can see that the player was actually out when he caught the football. So that's good. So we'll see that play in just a second here. So today we're running prototypes of our 960 gig KC310 in this server, which is plenty fast enough to bring in the 4 and 8K video.
In just a few seconds, we're going to be talking to David about the HyperX Cloud. These are gaming speakers, but they also have a different functionality. They can be switched between 7.1 surround and analog or non-surround. So you could get use not only while gaming and hearing everything around you with the 7.1, but actually listening to deep bass and great music while wanting to listen to music. They've made some nice innovations with these headsets, and David will be talking to us about them in a few seconds. We're here now with David, and David is going to talk to us about the cloud gaming speakers, HyperX gaming speakers from Kingston.
So this is the HyperX Cloud II headset, our second generation of a really, really cool headset that we launched last year. And what we've done is we've added 7.1 virtual surround to this headset, which makes gaming even more immersive, even more cool. You know, now you can like really hear and feel somebody sneaking up on you, explosions, bullets whizzing by, all that stuff, all the good stuff that you want to hear. You're playing Call of Duty type. You know, this is really cool. So with 7.1 surround, what we've done is we've created a digital sound box.
Okay.
So think of it as a sound card inside this box. This is HyperX designed, and what's really cool about this, it's hardware driven. So you plug this in via USB into your PC. There's no drivers to download or anything. It's as easy as hitting the button in the middle, and it's on. When you plug it in, the thing lights up in red. And when you press the on button, the 7.1
kicks in.
Yeah, it just kicks in red, and you can actually control independently the microphone level and the earphone.
And the earphones.
Level. Yeah, which you don't see on a lot of other headsets. So it's a really nice feature to have. Now, I know I don't have the boom mic on this, but that's because the boom mic is actually detachable. So, you know, let's just say that after you're done gaming, or you want to just listen to music, you want to just use HyperX Cloud II as a regular music headset, that you can just take the boom mic off, and then you simply detach the sound box. And here's your 3.5mm jack. Go ahead and plug it into your phone. Just anything with a 3.5mm adapter.
Okay.
A stereo system, you can listen to music. So it's a really, really cool thing for us. And we're really excited about this because a lot of people like it. You know, it's the same memory foam for comfort, so you can game for hours on end on the ear cups. And then another thing we've done is we've actually added memory foam on the headband now, so it's even more comfortable. And it's really light, which is why we call it cloud. And the colors on this are really cool. We have 3 colors. So we have red, and then what you'll see if it's red, you'll see the red hyperX on the side, the little forks, and the braiding. We have a gunmetal gray, which is a really awesome color too. And then we'll have a limited edition a little later in the first half of this year. It's going to be a white with pink highlights.
White with pink highlights.
White with pink highlights.
Girl gamers, beware.
I know you want that.
All right, so what do we have now, David?
Well, a couple of other announcements we have at CES this year. Let's first start off with our brand new MicroSD card from Kingston.
All right.
We call this our 9080 card simply because it's 90 megabytes per second read, 80 megabytes per second write. This card is made for 4K video recording. You know, if you look at all the cameras out there, especially the ones that for adventure enthusiasts, GoPro, etc., things like that. GoPro is rugged. This card is rugged and durable. X-ray proof, waterproof, shockproof, so it's made to go with a camera like that. Plus, you need that speed because you're capturing 4K video. You know, 4K not only does it capture such incredible detail, but capturing that amount of detail takes a lot of memory, so it comes in high capacity, like a 64 gigabyte. So it's a brand new card from us, and you know we're really happy. It's just the Kingston MicroSD 9080 card. It's the best way to remember it.
Kingston SD 9080. 90 read, 80 write. 64 gigs, rugged and durable.
The other thing too that we've done, we've taken one of our existing consumer USB products. This is called our Data Traveler. Data Traveler Locker Plus Gen 3. I know it's a mouthful. Data Traveler is the word we use for all of the Kingston USBs. And then Locker Plus, this is a Generation 3. Think of it as personal security, personal encryption, bringing security to the masses. Very, very great price point on a hardware encrypted USB drive. What that means is that all the data that you put on there is encrypted, and you have 10 attempts, password protected, 10 tries. If you don't get it after the 10th try, it's going to force you to reformat and set a new password. The new feature we've added to this is we've actually added a USB to cloud functionality. And so what happens is the first time you plug this drive in, one of the things it will ask you, in addition to setting up that password, is would you like to tie this drive to the cloud? So if you have a cloud account with a Dropbox or Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Amazon S3, you can back up that data to the cloud too. That way, if you were to leave your drive at home, but you still need access to what's on there, and you have an internet connection, you have your backup on the cloud.
You have a backup on the cloud.
And, you know, there's no additional cost to the drive itself. And so an 8 gig drive like this is $10 to $15. 16 gig, say a little under $20. It goes all the way to 64 gigabytes. So it starts at 8, 16, 32, 64 gigabyte. Even a 64 gigabyte, if you go on e-tail, very, very affordable. And it gives you peace of mind because it's hardware encrypted.
Understood. So the new Data Traveler, I'm not going to go into logistics, back, forth, and
Locker Plus
lockers, but basically what you're getting is the security of a password protected USB. You could also access your files by accessing them off the cloud, which it'll give you an option to do when you plug this in for the first time. David, I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yes. You have a great day. Everybody, that's it from Kingston at CES 2015. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll watch more. Stay thirsty, my friends. Bye-bye.